Are you a passionate property person who looks at a vacant block of land like this and wants to turn it into something like this? Or maybe this? Well, if you are, I'm here to help you take that important first step into the exciting world of property development. I'm going to take you step by step through a property development project so you know exactly what to expect along the way. Here's my first property development project. Here's a project I'm working on right now. I've put together the perfect program to help guide you through your first property development project. You are going to be shown everything you need to do before you even start a project. Who do you need to talk to, and what kind of team do you need to put in place before you even buy a development site? Then we're going to cover off how you find a profitable site. You're going to get lots of tips and ideas about how you find the perfect development site. You will be shown all the things you need to do in due diligence to ensure you find a site that doesn't have any pitfalls in it. Then, once you buy that site, we're going to move into the planning phase. How do you get a permit from the local council so you can get your project underway as quickly as possible? Then once you've got that permit, we'll move into the pre-construction phase, and this covers off things like selling off the plan, which is something you may need to do to de-risk your project and get construction funding. You'll be shown all about that. Speaking of funding, you'll get heaps of knowledge about that along with finance. You'll be guided through how to do a fantastic feasibility. You will get the perfect template that you can easily populate and quickly figure out whether a project is worth doing. You will absolutely love that. Then after the pre-construction phase, we start talking about construction drawings. These are the documents that you need to give your builder so that they can price your project and then ultimately build them the way you expect them to be built. We'll talk about how you appoint a builder. How do you find that perfect builder for your project? And we cover off construction contracts so that you're going to understand that phase of the project. Then we move into the building phase. How do you get the builder on site so that they can quickly build your projects and hand them over to you? Speaking of handing over, once the buildings are built, you'll need to think about how you then settle. Are you going to hand them over to people who have already bought them, or are you going to put them on the market and sell them as new stock? We cover all of that off. And then finally, we talk about how you close out a project and get that all-important money in your pocket so that you can celebrate and think about how awesome it is that you've managed to finish your first project before you then look to start doing your next project. One part of the property developer training I know you're going to love is my secret pot of gold technique that I use to save thousands and thousands of dollars on consultants' costs and hours of research. You're going to absolutely love that when I show it to you. I've put all the modules together in short, sharp bites so that you can consume them really quickly whenever you get a spare 10 or 15 minutes. I've made it perfect for you to be able to consume and understand what you're going to need to do. Now you might be thinking, that's great Justin, access to the property developer training is awesome value, let me in. However, I'm going to give you even more value because I'm throwing in a bonus standalone training course called Taking It to the Next Level. And this is for people who may want to become a full-time property developer just like me. I know because I speak to lots of fledgling developers who tell me they want to go full-time. So to help them, I put together this course to show you how you can do it. So you're going to get that included with your entry into the property developer training. So by now you might be thinking, Justin, this is amazing. You get access to the property developer training and the Taking It to the Next Level training. In addition, I'm going to throw in a second bonus standalone course called Raising Capital. And this course is probably worth the price of admission on its own. I'm going to take you through how you raise money to make your projects come true. If you want to do more or bigger projects, you're probably going to need money from somewhere, and I'm going to show you how you can get it. I've used the techniques that I'm going to show you to raise millions of dollars to get projects done, just like this one. In Raising Capital, I'm going to show you how you can put together an investment proposal that's going to dazzle and delight investors. I'm going to talk to you about some of the legal considerations that you may need to think of so you don't fall foul of the law, and so much more. I know you're going to love Raising Capital because many students tell me it's their favorite part of the property developer training. All of that combined is incredible value. I'm not stopping there, however. You're also going to get access to the Property Developer Training Forum, which is where you can find questions and ask questions about technical or other issues that you might have as you go through the training. And you'll also get access to the social wall. This is a little bit like Facebook, where I post about how my projects are going, what I've been up to, things that are happening across the industry. And this is also where you can ask me questions and I'll answer them for you. If you don't know anything about me, this is my very first development project. I've gone on to do a lot more since then. I've built about 50 townhouses. I've done projects worth nearly $30 million, and I'm an active property developer. I've had a few ups and downs along the way, faced a few challenges, and I've gone through that so that you don't have to. I'm putting all the lessons that I've learnt into the property developer training so your first project can be a big success. You might know me as the host of the Property Developer Podcast or the author of the book, Become a $1 Million Property Developer, an insider's guide to wealth, fulfillment and glory. So if you've got a dream of being a property developer, then today is the day to take a step towards it. And before you know it, you could be standing at the front of your very own development project thinking, how awesome is this? So be sure to check out everything that's inside the Property Developer Training at www.propertydevelopertraining.com, and I'd love to see you on the inside and help you make that dream come true.